You got about 6 minutes or 5 or 6 minutes with it.
So, how familiar were you with the character of Jessica Cruz before the role?
So I thought I knew Green Lantern, but it was just the Ryan Reynolds movie, which, I've heard all day, we don't count that movie. So I really didn't know much about Green Lantern or Jessica, and it was really great reporting it, finding like, oh, she's a superhero, but she's not like any of the other superheroes. I loved it.
What is it like to play a superhero with powers, especially like this kind of like imaginative?
Yeah, it's kind of like the sky's the limit. Whatever you can imagine, you can make. It's great. It's just because they're placed in a new situation and they're teenagers, it really takes a hard toll on Jessica, where she kind of doesn't really have that imagination because she's dealing with so many other things. Her anxiety goes through the roof in this movie. So I really enjoyed voicing the vulnerable aspects of her, the raw aspects of her. It's very kind of anti-hero, where she feels like she shouldn't even be called a superhero at this point, which was a really difficult for her.
Were you given a lot of like comics of Jessica Cruz to read, or did they encourage you to find your own voice?
Definitely encouraged me to find my own voice. So we worked the first like 15 minutes of that first session. It was kind of finding the character's voice, where we knew like she wanted an accent, but we didn't know how much of an accent. We practiced some of the lines more, with less of an accent. They had me audition for her as an adult and then also as a teenager.
Okay.
So there was a lot of tweaking and a lot of bringing myself into this. Because as a teenager, I feel like it hits her pretty hard. So she's not Green Lantern, as we all know the Green Lantern in this a lot. So I brought a lot of me to it.
Good. So talk about tapping into some of that anxiety and stuff. And I like that in Jessica because she's a very relatable hero because, in the 21st century, we are more in touch and more open about, mental health.
Yeah, it was great, and I know that feeling of being scared, of being anxious, but you still have to do the job. You still have to get it done. There are sometimes I go into a session, and my mind is in other places. I'm worried about so many different things, but you still have to deliver. You still have to voice act when you're in there. And same as her, like, no matter what your anxiety is, there's someone in need who needs somebody to save them. And if you have that power that can help them, then you still have to help them even while you're trying to help yourself. Just gets to do that a lot in this movie, just in general, dealing with her anxiety. So I loved getting to do that. That was like, as an actor, that was, it's like the best stuff to do.
How did you prepare for bringing like this
Yeah, well, definitely. There are many different ways. Like being a teenager, it affects you. You can either like have feelings for someone or just unsure of everything. With her, she had that teenage insecurity a lot. So a lot of the lines, I don't straight say the line. For example, if the line is like, "I'm gonna go to the living room," rather than be like, "I'm gonna go to the living room. I'm a superhero. This is what I'm gonna do." She'd be like, I guess I'm gonna go to the living room. Like, there's a lot of stuttering, there's a lot of unsurety in the voice. And the great thing about this movie, so it's a term called pre-lay, where we recorded the video first and then they animated to our performance. Because it was pre-lay, I was able to add that life into the line where I didn't have to say it clean, and then they animated to that. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Chief, come on over. Say hello to half of the RWBY team.